I'm wrapping up an interview for my podcast with a principal at a charter school in Baltimore City. And I've been struggling with this particular emotional quagmire, not just today, but oftentimes when I'm coming back from my podcast trips. And I think I figured out the language and what the actual issue is in just the last few minutes. So I want to show you something first. So this is part of a park across the street from the elementary school where I interviewed the principal. And if you look closely, you could see that there used to be a building here. I don't know what happened to the building. And if I show you the rest of it, you can see that the park is in need of desperate repair. The issue that I have when I'm in certain kinds of communities, and by certain kinds of communities, specifically I'm talking about distressed communities, poor communities, and not just poor communities of color, even though that's where I've been as of late, but simply distressed and poor communities. I struggle with presenting what I think is the picture of the leaders' context when I interview them and what they're doing, because I feel like we're only showing the struggle, the pain, the challenges, but the people I talk to are often doing tremendous things in great communities, and I struggle with showing the best of what they're doing, but the backdrop against which they do it is in fact challenging. And I struggle with figuring out how to provide a picture of that isn't one-sided, that isn't diminutive, where all of the great things that they do aren't overshadowed by the challenges that they have. And frankly, let's call a spade a spade. This is often the case in communities where you see people of color and impoverished communities or struggling class communities. And it just doesn't sit well with me to show only that one side of these communities. And I'm going to work on how to make sure the things that I share through my podcast show a balanced look, because I meet people who are doing some wonderful things and are really working to make our communities, our cities, our towns better places.